Hello guys, my name is Juan Diego Rodriguez and my group is Santiago Osorio and Felipe Tamayo. Today we are going to talk about suspension training. Okay, come on. The history. With parachute belts and boot repair rubber, the first functional to model for suspension training was designed, which grew enormously thanks to the shared need to generate training in reduced space and with fixed practice materials. Okay, our methodology. Suspension training is a training method in which body weight is used primarily. Added to this force is the tension added by the suspension material that we are using. For example, the TRX. This tension makes the body achieve a key effective training to commence to successful result according to need you have. Okay.
So now I am going to explain about if this training is recommended or not recommended for all people. This type of training is recommended, but for a population with a good training base, a population with a bone or muscle pathologies, and preferably in a people who are not so old or as long as they are good physical condition, right?
Chronic injury, this training should not be performed and should not be performed by people who are obese, and finally a trainer must to present to correct technique and posture. Teacher or training help the person best technique and posture. Thanks.
And now I am going to say some advantage of suspension training. The first advantage is a good method to strengthen and tone muscles. Second, training can be done to improve muscle tone as well as lower the fat percentage and improve cardiopulmonary capacity. Third, it can be used as the tool in the training plan to improve the performance of an athlete. And the last one, strengthens the core area and improves the person's posture. And also it has a large part of the exercise, and the training can be adapted to all muscle groups.
Hi, at this time I talk about the functional exercise and disadvantage of suspension sports. And functionality this sport is this exercise use gravity and movement generate neuromuscular responses to change in the body positions. A question, what physical qualities does suspension training work? The suspension sports, suspension training allows us to work on strength, endurance, balance, coordination, flexibility, power, and core stability. The core stability is internal muscular of the muscle lumbo-abdominal, being able to perform high intensity exercise. And disadvantages, the functionality sport, of people not realizing exercise. This if the person has any chronic injury,